All right, guys. So we're live here at NewAngleTrading.com. As always, subscribe to the channel. You guys can see how today went. Pretty solid day on a slower day. Let's see here, 55K realized. There's that. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna go edit video. Today's day 404. Okay. We did 55K today. Today's 8/3. All right, change documents. 55K. Where is it? Why did it not show up? All right, perfect. There's that. Alright guys, getting everything set up. Bear with me here. What's going on, Steve? Good to have you on, man. Alright, I am live. Going over today's trading day up 55K. Yeah, I know, Michi. You want to be on stream, I get it. Don't we all? It's a green day though. Alright, small caps, options. 1K to 1 million. All right, guys. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna post on social media quick. Did I post the P&L? I probably didn't. No. All right, we'll go like that. We'll go boom, and then we'll go like this. Boom. All right. It's kind of warm in here. I might turn the AC. All right, guys. Give me 1 second here. Again, hope you guys had a good trading day out there. Hope you guys been trading well. Yeah, we'll go over what happened yesterday as well in terms of the doctor here in a second. All right, so CXDC is one. What else is there? Semi. FLGC. We can do. What else was there? Hood and WHL. All right, guys. Good to have you guys on. Good to have you guys in. Cool. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and go over today's trading day, okay? I'm going to go live on TikTok now. Alright, cool. So let's go over today's trading day. First off, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon on for making the videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Make sure that takes you to the right spot. Okay, good. There's that. There's that. Alright. So, hopefully, again, what I always say is hopefully you guys had a great trading day. You know, at the end of the day, the goal is to continue to learn and study and give yourself a chance at profitability in the markets. Not any one person ever trades the same. I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Have a plan, a process, and a strategy. I'm just showing you guys what's possible. And as always, guys, 90% of traders fail, so we always have to keep that in mind. This game, I call it a game. This isn't easy. You know, if it was easy, everyone would do it. Good to have you guys tuning in. Good to have you guys on. Appreciate that, Mr. Sen. Alan, what's going on? Steve, no, they aren't. But yeah. What's going on TikTok? SM Bromeo. VIP, Remison, Razmi. What's going on 13V? What's going on, guys? Alright guys, so let's kind of go over today's trading day, okay? Alright, so today guys, it was simply just one focus, and that was CXDC, and you can see I made 60 grand in that. I mean, obviously AHPI, you know, I tried on that one and it failed. Luckily I stopped out at 950. Once we broke back down in here, I was stopped out and the rest was history. FLGC, I took a couple of solid scalps on. Wish I would have taken more of the move because there was some opportunity, but I saw this thing starting to perk up through the level of 1026. It's been on a tear lately, and once we kind of started to break that level and make this move up in here, I'm sorry, right in here, I believe it was. Actually, no, I started to chase a little bit. So FLGC, you know, I thought that we were going to get into a hold level, so I sold off. You know, I thought it was going to hold, it didn't, so I sold it off. But in total, you know, a couple of nice scalps on FLGC for about $6,000 to $7,000 in or just under $7,000 in profits. And so FLGC, the reason why I long that was because it was close to 52-week high on a solid 100-200% move with a consolidation multi-day. Started to see this pop up on the scanner. Once we got up here, I thought we'd get into the hold level with Chase. We didn't. My goal was to buy at a consolidation and sell into a hold. Didn't get it. Still sold out with a profit multiple times. Tried to do that. You know, I took a nice scalp into here because I thought we were going to hold. We didn't. I took it off. TAL, little scalp win on that one. And CXDC. Guys, it's been a long time since I've seen a little penny stock run. And I know how these runs because I know how they run because I used to play them. You know, I used to play these stocks that, you know, these is how I would turn my 1,000 into 5 million, 256 business days, guys. I mean, I remember this. This is exactly my bread and butters. I would find stocks that were valued at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 cents, but they would go a couple 100% all the way up to 1,000%. On pretty good liquidity. I mean, look, I traded 40 plus million shares today. So, you know, and I started to see this perk up, and this is where I started to get interested, right in here. So I started to buy consolidations in here. Then we had a nice perk, a retest of the highs, bought some more down in here, and you guys could see where I was buying. I mean, here's the chart. You know, you can see first pop, and then I'm starting to buy in here, and here, and here, and here, and here, all along the dips, and then selling the pops. And I sold everything like right in here. You know, and I was buying basically down in here, but that was still percentage-wise a solid move. And then of course we go to $1. So, you know, I made 60 grand on it, but I had another opportunity there to make, you know, $100,000, $200,000 there, $150,000 there. But that's okay. You know, I had big size. The commission rates are expensive at Trade Zero for stocks under $1. I did take a little overnight down in here, small position, nothing crazy. I have an 80-cent average. You know, with a small size position, if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just don't want to miss out on a move that could happen overnight on this one. The potential on these names can get pretty insane. And that's my day. You know, I've known how these can run. You know, perk up. You know, we get a perk up. And then right here is where I was like, all right. We haven't seen a 30, 40, 50, 60 cent stock run 100+% in one day in a very, very, very long time. It just had that look, it had that feel, and that comes with experience, that comes with studying, that comes with time put in, that comes with constant looking at charts, that comes with actually being in stocks hundreds of times, if not thousands of times, in the same price ranges, see these same similar moves in certain areas in the market, right? With you can feel the chasers just coming, but that takes time, that takes experience, and that takes studying and motivation and determination to get to that feel type move. So, you know, at the end of the day, guys, you know, this was a solid move. We took a solid scalp from it, and now I'm overnighted. I overnighted some in here, and I'll probably, if it goes any lower, I'll look to add a little bit more potentially. But my size on this one is very small. My first size was obviously 451,000 shares. That's about a $250,000 position. It was obviously, you know, a pretty good sized position. I had a lot of confidence, and so we were able to scale out with a nice winner, and that's how we stayed green on the day. I'm also not going to be oversizing when the market's, you know, slower in August, but I'm just going to be trading consistently, trading my plan, and trying to make things happen. And then lastly, guys, those of you guys asking me, you know, about yesterday, you know, so basically I had a pain in my lower right abdomen, okay? Those of you guys on cam here, so it was like right here. Okay, that's where the pain was, and it started yesterday about 1 a.m. and I was like, not yesterday, the day before that, about like 12:30 on a Sunday night, before I was headed to bed, 1 o'clock. And I felt it, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then I woke up. Can you guys hear me on TikTok? Why is TikTok Live's not working? You guys can't hear me on TikTok? But then I woke up about 5 o'clock yesterday morning, and I felt it still. And then it kind of just kept... it kept Alan. Yeah, I play racquetball for sure. I've been playing racquetball with my buddies about 3 or 4 hours a day, probably twice, maybe 3 times a week. My wrist was killing me. My shoulder, my bicep was aching. I mean, we were going pretty hard. Unfortunately, Jordan, I don't know if you guys know this, but Jordan, the educator, I played with him too, and he got an infection. I don't even know if I should say this, but he got a little infection in his foot. So we've just been falling apart here at the NormagnalTrading.com community. But 3D Bowl, for sure I was. Yeah, for sure. It's tough love, But yeah, I mean, so I had this, and I was like, okay, and then, it never went away, and it's a pain that I haven't experienced before, and usually things go away overnight, and then it kept, like, it's like a very, very sharp, like, almost like someone inside, like, stabbing a knife, into my intestinal tract, almost right there, or, like, somewhere right there. I don't know what that is. Definitely not, and so I was like, wow, that kind of hurts, and it just wouldn't go away, and it kept coming back, and it was like 2 or 3 seconds on, and then a minute off, right? And it just kept going, and eventually, I was like, all right, this is weird. And then I messaged some people, and they were like, yeah, you should probably go in. I talked to my doctor, and they said you should go in. And then I messaged, you guys, and there was a couple of people who reached out to me, luckily, and they just basically said, like, you need to go in. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, it could be appendicitis. And then a lot of you guys, like, I was so flooded with DMs yesterday, said, go in, don't wait, go in, don't wait. I mean, literally probably hundreds of people were saying that. And I was just like, okay, I've never got a kind of response like that. So I finally was just like, screw it. I went to the ER, and it literally took me 5 hours to get seen. 5 hours. You heard that. 5 hours to be looked at. I was blown away. I got there at 4:30-ish. I didn't even get seen until about 9:45. Like, I got my vitals checked, and they sent me back. And then they did a blood draw, like, at 9:15, and they sent me back. Finally, I got into a room at, like, 10 o'clock, and we did the blood draw, which, fucking, sorry, pardon my French, but fucking sucked, because they stick this, thing in you, and then they couldn't get the blood out of here, so they had to jab me over here, and I'm not fond of needles, and, it's all good, Riley. It's all good, Riley. I don't want to be, put ahead of people, especially when there's people there that need it. But that's my least favorite part about going to the hospital is freaking waiting around. I'm just like, come on, like, how is this system not better than this? I was so frustrated last night. I can't even begin to start. I almost went home, literally. And I finally got in about 9:45. And they did a blood test. That came back fine. They did a CT scan of my entire... I just wanted my appendix checked, but they did the entire portion of my body, upper body. Everything came back normal. And the pain's still there, funny enough. So I don't know. It didn't go away. It's definitely still there. It's weird. It hurts. It's like a quick jolting. And then it kind of goes away for like a minute or two, and then another quick jolt in a minute or two. But they said I didn't have appendicitis. You know, they said the appendix looks great. The white blood cells count was solid. So I don't know. I have no idea, guys. I wish I could tell you. It still hurts. I appreciate everyone who reached out to me yesterday, whether it be a nurse or a doctor or, you know, you guys all showed great support, and I really appreciate that. You know, at the end of the day, I couldn't, you know, give out my thank you enough to all you guys who helped me, you know, just talk it through and try and figure out what's going on, because it does mean a lot, you know. At the end of the day, we're here to, you know, make everyone better in every area of life, hopefully, and that just showed, you know, you guys, you know, there's some people in the room that are RNs, nurses, doctors, and at the end of the day, you know, we only get one life, so health is before wealth, obviously. So, you know, when I felt that in you guys, I was like, you know what, wealth, it doesn't mean anything without health, you know, and it really doesn't, you know, and so I appreciate, like I said, all you guys trying to help me. You know, I realize that I help hopefully give you guys some foundation and some knowledge in stocks, and I really appreciate you guys helping me out in that area. But we have a great team at NorMagnetTrading.com. Everyone has, you know, maybe has a different job out there. You know, whether it be someone who works as a real estate agent, or someone who works as a, you know, a 9-to-5 desk job, or someone who works for Amazon, or someone who works for Nike or whatever. And it's just the community here, you know, if we need help, I hope that everyone can reach out to people in the room, because that's the kind of community that I look forward to getting to know and continuing to build, you know, relationships with. It's awesome to see us kind of, you know, come together as a team, per se. So I appreciate, like I said, everybody reaching out. I didn't die. I'm still here with my beautiful face, my beautiful beard. You don't got to worry about that. You know, that's not going anywhere today, especially. So you guys still get me every day. I know you guys are worried, but yeah, no, trust me, I'll still be here every day. And you know, I don't know where I go from here. It still hurts. I still have pain down there, but they said it's not, you know, appendicitis. So I don't know where to go from there. I've worked with a couple of people, and they've been trying to help me figure it all out. But I guess the main thing is it wasn't that, because that was one of the bigger problems that could happen. But yeah, again, guys, thanks for all the help yesterday. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the NorMagnetTrading.com community. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Cheers, team. What's going on, Dr. Miami? Hopefully you're still out there grinding, man. Is Dr. Miami still on? Yeah, I'll go live real quick. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go live with Doc. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. It's good to catch up. I'm gonna go live quick with Dr. Miami. Let's see if I can get this on here. What's up, man?
Still grinding, you know, just busy doing the surgery thing.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man. It's been a minute. We've been trying to get together to talk. It's just been hectic for the both of us, I know. So
it's okay. One of these Sundays we'll get together.
For sure. Let me see if I can set this up.
Let me show you. I redid my office. I redecorated my office. Can I show you my office?
Yeah, sure. Let's see it.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. That is a layer.
That's my face.
It is your face. I was gonna say that looks pretty similar. That's awesome, man. Man, how long did that take?
To kill and stuff?
No. To do the entire office.
Well, not long. I mean, I hired the right dude.
There you go.
Like he's a professional, movie set dude.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I even have some, I have, most employers just fire people.
Right. You just
don't like them.
There you go. You got your dungeon. That's crazy.
It's very, let's just say nobody steals around here.
Yeah, there you go. So how are things with you, man?
How's the market treating you?
Oh, it's been slower over the past couple of months.
Summertime, no? Is that
Yeah.
usually a slower time?
Yeah, this month generally is the slowest month out of the year. And, I went through basically a stock where, mentally it really messed me up. So it was like a little bit of a rough patch, but we're back on track, and we've had about 7 green days in a row now or something like that.
That's
And
good.
but I mean, it's all a part of trading.
Everybody to know. I mean, even the best go through rough patches, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's all a part of trading. I try, like, people are like, even when
It's part of everything, man. Look at Simone Biles. I mean, you know what I mean? It's part of everybody. When you get to a high level,
yeah,
the mental part is very important. If you're thrown off your game even a little bit, you know?
yeah. And so, going through that was a huge learning curve. And that's like, people think I get down when I'm, at one point I was short a stock and my account actually flashed red. First time in my career, by the way. And so, but, even going through that, I learned so much, like, about when I was, in that position, or with the BTX trade, I lost, I don't even know.
But you don't play full position. Like, your account flash red, meaning, like, the part that you play with. Right?
Yeah. No. This isn't.
You didn't lose 15 million.
No.
No, okay.
We're pulling, believe
Make
me.
that clear to everybody, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no. My trading account. I have 3 different accounts, and then I have my,
I know.
yeah. But yeah, no. My trading account, the challenge account, yeah, flashed red on me, and that was in between the BTX when I lost. I think it was like 1.6 million or something on that single trade. Yeah. And but like that mentally was a huge learning curve, and I'm telling you, like that like I tell Jordan this, and I tell people this all the time. When you go through losses, you learn so much more, and on top of that, like it's just like it's not about the money. It's just about putting yourself in positions and then sizing up and compounding it. And like when you do that kind of stuff, like I know for a fact, me going through that made me 10 times better. And right now, like the scoreboard might show that I'm not the best trader I've ever been, but I know mentally and the amount of study that I'm putting in, when we get to September and October and November, it'll be pretty crazy. But you just got to take with what the market gives you, and that's the biggest thing. So
take the money the market shows you.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's yeah. Okay. I guess yeah. Not give, but yeah. But yeah, it's been good. Like I said, it's a big learning curve, but we've been crushing it, ever since.
How's life otherwise? You still with that pretty lady?
Yeah, we got a house now. We are remodeling it, and that was a huge process. We're in the middle of it.
It's crazy. Let me tell you. Let me give you some advice from a grandpa over here.
Yeah, please do.
I had a granddaughter a couple months ago.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So I'm a grandpa now. Whatever construction you do, whatever the guy says, okay, he says it's going to take 6 weeks, it's going to take 2 years, whatever. It's going to take twice as long and cost you 3 times as much.
Yeah, it's true.
When you go into it, you just got to say what the guy says, twice as long, 3 times as much.
Right.
And the only way you're going to get shit done on time is if you put a clause like this. This is what I do. Guy comes to me and says, even this office, okay, I can redo it. It'll take me 3 weeks. I say, what's your price? 20,000, 50, whatever it is, 100,000, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Great, I'll tell you what. If you get it done on time, I'll pay you double. You get it done in 3 weeks, like you just said, I'll pay you double.
Yeah.
But if it takes 6 weeks, I'm taking off $1,000 for every day.
Yeah.
You can say a year, whatever it is. I'm telling you, if the contractor won't take that deal, just walk away. Because if he's not so confident that he'll take it double the time he told you,
Yeah.
and take money out of his pocket, forget it.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah, no, and that's why I hired an attorney, and she put all that in there to where
All
like,
that in writing.
yeah, and it's all in writing, and like, then after December 24th is our move-in date, they start paying me. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the right people.
Yeah.
The first time you do this kind of stuff, I only learned the hard way.
Oh, it's not easy, and I learned from my girlfriend's parents. They had a 6-month remodel. It took them 3 years. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
Yeah.
What was that? 6 months remodel took 3 years.
Yeah, or it was a year or something, but it was a very big, delay. And I learned from that.
Listen, before before you sign off on the final thing, flush all the toilets, open up all the showers, make sure everything runs, and it's not like leaking into your basement or into your living room.
Yeah, no, we're redoing the whole home, so we're remodeling all the plumbing, and it's gonna be pretty crazy. We're doing like a little golf simulator, and you know, I like my golf, so but no, it's a process, and I just didn't realize how much emailing back and forth and all the subs, and it's
every little thing.
Yeah.
You like this tile? You want this color? You want this tile? You want this? You
Yeah.
want this light fixture?
Right.
It's 1,000 little decisions. Like I tell you, we bought our house brand new.
Mhm.
Perfect, brand new construction.
Yeah.
The guy putting the landscaping with the landscaper crushed the outgoing plumbing pipe. He put in the trees.
Yeah.
So we didn't recognize the problem for about 3 weeks. Till all of a sudden, all the toilets and everything start backing up.
Backing up, yeah.
So I'm saying, when I say flush all the toilets and everything, and everything can be perfect. The last guy that touches the house can do something crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and that's another thing. We talked to the neighbors because we had dinner with them, and they have like cameras they set up. So like the piping thing, yeah. I mean, we have cameras being, yeah. So it's
Watching everything, yeah.
it's a pretty smooth process, and we moved into a nice area, but it is a lot. It's a big learning curve, and it is it's our first place, so it's just like, you know, I don't know what I'm getting myself
I had
into.
a friend, as soon as they delivered his Sub-Zero fridge and his like fancy ovens and stuff,
Yeah.
the day they delivered them, I guess it was an inside job. Somebody came and stole them all.
Oh
Right
my
at the
god.
construction site.
Yeah. Well, that happened. Like I said, that happened to my. They got stuff stolen too. So I mean.
Yeah, I mean it's nuts.
You always got to be on your toes, and you know, I already know this isn't going to go perfect. I mean, there's going to be mistakes, and there's going to, just like trading, you have to recognize there's going to be rough patches, and you got to be ahead of that, right? So
Be ahead of it, roll with the punches.
Yeah.
And also budget for it. You know.
yeah, you can't overthink it, or else you'll just drive yourself nuts. But yeah, it's going to be exciting, man. And
Congrats, man.
if anything else,
Congrats.
I'll call Gramps here, and he'll help me, right?
Yeah. And listen, anything you need, you're ever in Miami, you come by. Okay?
Yeah.
Sorry it's been so long since you took base.
Hey man, no, I get it. You know, COVID was slower. Now you're back and running, and things are busy. So that's
Oh,
good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How are things with you?
You're ready to put on weight during Corona. You know?
Did it? Is that a thing?
I tell my wife, I'm only fat from year to year.
Yeah. Everything else is good.
Skinny, legs are skinny. It's just this center part, you know.
You look like you can throw up about 300-pound bench.
Well, yeah.
You got those.
I got the guns.
Yeah.
I don't think 300, but you know, if I can do 2 plates, I'll be happy. You
Hey,
know?
that's, you know, at Gramps' age, whatever, right? There you go.
If Grandpa can bench 2 plates, we're doing good.
You're doing good. So, cool. Any before you go, any crazy things happen with you other than work, life stuff?
Just the grandkids.
Yeah.
And, I'm so far corona-free. I've been triple vaccinated.
You have?
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. So you're turning into an
I
alien.
gave myself emergency authorization.
Okay, there you go. As long as
Emergency authorization.
as long as you don't give yourself a, yeah, as long as you don't turn into an alien.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Yep. Who knows?
If I did have to change the whole thing in my office, though.
Yeah. No, I've been vaccinated, and that was fun.
Good for you.
Yeah.
But you know what? The truth is, it's a waste on you because you don't see anybody.
Yeah. Well,
You don't go anywhere. You don't see anybody. I mean, you're not like in crowds. But, you know,
I was gonna say, I go places and see things. It's just this is where you see me. But once this ends, I'm out of here.
Nah, I don't believe it. I've
Yeah.
never seen it. I've seen you do the CrossFit workout, but that's it. I
Yeah.
haven't seen you.
You be.
And one time you went to the Ritz-Carlton in San Diego or someplace, right? Or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you know, we're gonna work on getting out more, but
Yes, you need to take a small break. The problem is the market never stops, you know? It's like,
I mean, even if I'm on vacation, it's hard to stop. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know. It's like working for the post office. The mail just keeps coming.
yeah.
There's no,
It's
like, end to it.
there's no end. Literally. The nice thing is though, it's not crypto where there's literally no end.
Yes, crypto's so, yeah.
It's
I have friends that got into crypto. They lost a lot of money so far.
yeah. I mean, it's
but yeah, it never ends for them. They can trade in the middle of the night.
it never
It's
ends.
like a casino. It's like Vegas. It's like a casino that's open all night.
Exactly, and that's scary. I don't want that. I want weekends. So.
Yeah. Well, listen, continued success, brother.
Yeah.
Anything you need up here, okay?
Yeah, for sure, man. And lastly, I'll say, is your son still trading?
I mean, he's in and out, you know. But he got a little option crazy. That never ends well when you're 18, 19.
No.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like he's like, Dad, but you can make so much more in options. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and then it just takes one or two overconfident trades.
Oh yeah.
You know, where you're just like holding and hoping, and it just goes to zero.
And that can happen quick with that.
Very quick, and at least he knows. At least he's smart enough not to short stuff or sell uncovered calls or do something stupid. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he took a pretty good dive.
At least he's introduced and knows and is aware, and maybe sometime in the future he'll.
No, he wants to get back in the saddle. You know, I'm like, well, son, you got to make some money.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
It's not easy. It's not easy.
It is not easy. I tell people, Ken, you have the hardest job in the world, man.
I don't know about that, but.
No. I mean, like psychologically.
Psychologically,
the
maybe.
The Discord stuff and whatever, that's easy money. But the actual trading is,
It's hard.
You have to be made a little different, you know?
Yeah, and I'm very blessed because I'm literally sitting here, right? There's people working graveyard shifts, and and last night, well, I don't know if you know, real quick, I'll say, because I had a little pain in my right abdomen, and yesterday.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so that was last night. This I was just saying, and I was there for like 9 hours, literally, and I didn't get seen until 5.5 hours in. So I talked to my doctor yesterday or 2 days ago about 1:30, and they said, you should probably go in because I was explaining to them something that wasn't what they would like to hear, I guess, because I had pain like there, and then
it was a left lower quadrant or right lower quadrant.
Right.
That's usually appendicitis.
Right, and that's what they thought, and so they did a bunch of.
Hernia.
Well, they did.
Or a kidney stone.
Yeah, they did scans on me. But yesterday, and everything came back clear, blood work came back clear. The pain's still there, though, so I don't know.
Could be a hernia. Hernia or a kidney stone. Sometimes the kidney stones don't always show up.
On the CT?
Right groin? It's like right groin?
Yeah.
It's not cancer. They would have seen that, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not... Yeah, I just came into it not knowing what the hell. I just said,
right.
I said to my doctor, I have pain here. They said, go in. I was like, oh, okay. And then I reached out to some people. There's, some nurses and doctors in the room, and they said...
Working out? Is it from working out, maybe?
I played racquetball 3 days a week for 4 hours at a time, so...
That's a lot of racquetball, but it's in your groin, right? Like, it's not like in your upper abdomen.
It's like right here.
That's your left side, isn't that? Or is that your right side?
It's my right side.
Oh, it's reversing the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right. I mean, that's, if it is your right side and it's down there, there's not a lot of things it could be. You know, that's right where the appendix is. You could have a kidney stone. You could have a hernia. Gallbladder, that's too low for gallbladder. Gallbladder's up.
Yeah.
Upper right quadrant. I mean, you can Google and WebMD and see. It's not that much
you
stuff.
get on Google and it just doesn't end.
Everything's cancer.
Yeah, everything's cancer and everything's...
Like, does your face itch? Yeah.
You're gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think you'll die. Not from this.
Yeah. No, I mean, they checked me out and everything was good, so it can't be too crazy, but I'll figure it out.
I feel better, man.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. So, anyways, man, I'll let you get back to your lair. Don't, like I said,
Back to my lair.
Don't turn into an alien. Don't send too many people into that little cell of yours back there. And the dungeon. And
I'm gonna go live and start talking with some patients now.
Awesome. All right, man.
I just gotta put on my, I have my, gotta go into character.
There you go. Oh boy.
Ready. All right, have a good night, man.
All right, take it easy. It's good talking to you, man. We'll have to catch up soon.